Hey guys, JTH here, longtime fan and reactor of the movie Trivia Schmoedown. But the real question here is, how well do you know the Schmoedown? Myself, I'll be taking part in the next edition of the Schmoedown Trivia Schmoedown, presented by Take Three Productions and the official Collider Podcast Network. You'll be seeing me team up with Schmoedown Central host Brad Thomas as we take on Team Masterpost, consisting of Tyler Myers and Tin Sim. We might be the undercard match, but let me tell you guys right now, the four of us are real main event talent. Will be the lead-in match for the triple threat main event match between Abe Flores, Matt Kearns, and Chris Stolitsky, with the winner having the opportunity to play either Linus Babcock or Frankie Stats Janish for the Schmoedown Trivia Schmoedown Championship of the World. Schmoedown Trivia Schmoedown airs monthly on either Take Three Productions or the official Collider Podcast Network channel. Check out the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page for any updates or details for any matches that may come in the future. This is JTH. Adieu, and be there. It's a very big match today on Schmoedown. It's a Movie Trivia Schmoedown singles title match between William the Beast Bibbiani versus the Outlaw John Rocha. So that's right, it's the Beast versus the Outlaw. It's hashtag Growl Growl versus Horseman! And a bunch of other stuff. There's been a lot of drama, a lot of bitterness, big rivalry. It's finally coming to a head after almost 2 years in the making. Let's find out who finally wins this encounter today on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Out of time, so say goodbye. What is yours now is mine, and I dream broken dreams. I make them come true. I make them for you.
Welcome back. So as you can see, it is very dark outside. It's been a very long day. Had some unfortunate circumstances that have arisen. Mainly being my dad has been in the hospital. He went under some pretty big surgery today. So I was mainly with him for a majority of the afternoon. So it is very late here. But I'm here. Everything from what we were told turned out great, and it looks like he's going to be fine. So now we're back at the Hastings residence. We've got Bibbiani versus Rocha, Beast versus Outlaw. This is obviously a match that many people have been looking forward to, not just as a title match, but just as a match in general. Now I have to say, for the record, and let me put up front that this is not anybody's fault. This is just me kind of doing my Sherlock Holmes deduction skills. There was a post that was made on the Patreon page yesterday or Thursday night, depending on when you see this, has kind of tipped me off on what I think has happened in this title match. They didn't reveal anything, but it's just A, the way it was worded, and B, explaining what was actually going on. I've got a feeling that John Rocha has won this match and has become the champion. If that's the case, I'll dig a little deeper and I'll explain why I think that was the case. And if Bibbiani wins, well then I'll have a plate of crow somewhere when it happens. So ultimately, I'm just hoping for a great match, and with Bibbiani and Rocha, obviously, entertainment-wise, I'm sure they're absolutely going to deliver. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into this title match goodness in 3, 2, and 1. I went ahead and put the match on my hard drive because I had a feeling that by the time I saw this, there was probably going to be ads up the wazoo.
All the records. That's what you don't understand. I'm driven, and it's my destiny to win both championships.
And your winner, pitching a perfect game and breaking the
I got no
record,
strings on me.
William the Beast Bibbiani.
I want to ask you to be number
No idea
3
what
on
you're
our
talking
team.
about,
Get
but
a
yes, I'm
We're
in.
talking about the 4 Horsemen movie trivia. Are you in or are you out, Beast?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but yes.
Yes?
Yeah, sure,
Yes.
why not?
And I don't know if Rocha just didn't get enough belts growing up, but he wants one so bad.
So badly.
Can he take the one from Merle today? I don't know that anybody ever could, but if somebody wants it better than Rocha, I haven't met them yet.
Wonder how much longer we're going to see until I was a second early. Doggone it. And the mystery of the flying outlaw hat.
He
So
almost
weird.
pitched a perfect game. He got one question on multiple choice. Everything else he answered. He had the best performance we've ever seen in this league. People are already calling him the heir apparent to Dan Merle, and he's only had one match.
Robert Duvall.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Look, I trust you. You know we brought you in because we believe in you.
Oh, I know you
I just don't want you to lose.
Don't give me
Brett
homework.
Sheridan sighting.
Well, sir,
God
you keep
dang.
losing. I have to give
Where you been, Brett?
You lost hard.
Saw you at the live event.
You lost
That was good seeing you.
embarrassingly.
He's actually been a champion before.
For a minute, played your heart out, and I think your last couple of matches have proved one.
The Karate Kid wins.
Never have been champion in the first place.
Oh.
I am sick and tired of your so-called leadership, your condescending pep talks, your attempts to give me training.
He deserves better. He deserves to be the champion, and he's gonna be the champion.
I tried to make him champion. I tried to make him champion. He wouldn't listen. So he was the worst.
I betray you.
I'm turning in my badge and horse.
Whoa, wait a minute. That's not even...
Oh,
We didn't
turning
go
his
after you. To go,
badge.
you suck. Get up. Get. Work harder. We were offering you advice. At some point, you got to look in the mirror and ask yourself who's really the problem.
I still very well might be better than you. No, you're not.
I didn't wash my
You
hair.
gotta prove it. I am proving it right now. Everybody talks. Everybody talks their shit. But backing it up is a whole other ballgame, buddy boy. And I'm waiting for you. So win your matches, do what you need to do, and then you can face it.
You're still vastly outnumbered right now by the Lion's Den, though.
That's right, I am. So there's only one way to solve. Actually, there's 4 ways to solve it.
But it didn't turn out to be 4.
He builds a stable, and then no one.
I was wondering if they're
succeeds
going to
in
bring
stable
that up.
But him. He wins the championship.
Formed your little
everyone
horse
else,
people.
It collapses like a flan in a cupboard. He builds a new stable. What's the first thing that happened? Dan loses.
in your cupboard.
Inman loses the belt. We're looking at, the Rocha show.
Bibbiani right now is on a high to earn his spot here today.
Oh, that does
for
make me wonder. I wonder what the
championship
entrance is going to be.
vacated by
Wonder what the
somebody.
Vegas odds were
your
for
winner and new movie
entrance odds.
trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, William the Beast
Virtual handshake. I got
Bibbiani.
the virtual handshake.
If Guy does the unthinkable here and beats Rocha, we're going to have a #1 contender. If Rocha wins, he'll finally get that shot against Bibbiani for the title. The stakes couldn't be higher.
And your winner by way of technical knockout.
Guess you took my advice. You got to lead after round 1.
Bibbiani.
Rocha Storm. Former friends. I don't really know how much
You're a
friends
plastic
they
champion.
were.
You
They
shouldn't
never
have that
really
belt.
looked,
You're a joke as
seemed
a
like they
competitor, and
hit
I'm
it
gonna show
off.
you when we go toe to toe.
Okay, I am a joke as a competitor.
I'm a
because I'm
funny guy. I'm a funny guy.
You're a
And I
very
am
funny
not
guy.
made of plastic.
That is a
because
weird
that
thing
is
to
a weird
say,
thing
and I
to
do
say,
not
and I do
understand
not
it.
understand it. I have something for you, sir.
It's
It is
a fistful of dollars. Ugh.
There you go. You
Now you dropped the
poser.
belt. You
You
dropped the belt.
poser. I think Rocha
Better
is going to
rivals.
be a great
Well, you got that
opponent.
part right.
There would be no point to a rivalry if he sucked.
I'm coming for that goddamn title. I'm gonna fuck your world up, kid.
Language.
You jumped in
Language.
on every
Ah,
judge
my virgin
question.
ears.
You
Can't
think you know
take it.
better. You pissed me off. Now I'm coming for you, bitch. Get fucking ready. No heels, no face. I want that title around my goddamn shoulder, around my fucking waist. But either way, I'm coming for it.
The Lord Almighty washes your mouth out. And the Lord's name is apparently Tim Tebow. Rocha, you are the father. I saw that sign. I met that dude at the live event. Shh. Oh. Very nice. Oh, he tried to hit him with the belt, but he missed. Hello, Ken. Hello, Christian. Half the gang's here.
Match, as you can tell, title match
This
here on
t-shirt is canon.
I'm Ken Knapsack. I'm happy to be here for this big match. I'm so happy
Looks like a
that I wore
TeePublic shirt
baseball
based
tee
on
just
the
like you. I wanted to
shirt
catch 'em.
design.
That's true. Well,
Wonder
you
what
know,
that
Ken, and
is.
I've got the Schmoedown. I like to represent the brand we're talking about at the moment. And at the moment, we are talking about the two best in the singles division, and that is the champion, William the Beast Bibbiani, defending against his former stablemate and the former champion, the Outlaw John Rocha. Wow.
Wow,
This match
is
brought to
a
you by
big match.
Outlaw
I'm so
Fries.
excited for the game. I say that phrase a lot, and this one is truly it. Titans of this game. Rocha considers himself a founding father, and you know what? I consider him too. And then Bibbiani was part of that
why you
next
give me that?
generation. Remember, you came in, it was like all of a sudden, boom, who was this guy? We knew him. A lot of people in the business have known him for a while, but he shows up in the Schmoedown world.
And
lights
I
it
knew
on
him
fire,
too.
and, yeah, had a little struggle.
you want the
Now look
flick.
where he is at the top, Chris.
Never
Well,
got
you
that
mentioned it.
farewell
It's so funny.
video
You turn
that
on William Bibbiani's first match, and
Young
everyone
Turks
said, "Oh, you
promised
know what?
us.
That guy is going to be the next champion."
Shame
and then
on
the
them.
next match you ever watched was him winning the championship. You're like, see?
See?
That is not the road it took. It took a long road for the Beast to get that title. It took 2
Long
years to do it.
and
And inside of
winding
that, a lot of things
road.
happened. One of those things
Dum,
inside
dum,
of Bibbiani's
dum,
first
dum.
match ever was John Rocha winning the championship. And when he won the championship against Dan Murrell, Bibbiani was the
And there
one
goes the head
to
again.
grab him, congratulate him.
It must
And
be
they
jumping
looked like they were
beans in
this
that
perfect
hat.
union, but things just
It's
started
very
to go wrong
unnatural.
inside the Horsemen. Bibbiani and Rocha never saw eye to eye. Rocha had lessons for Bibbiani. Bibbiani didn't want the lessons, and they just went on this completely different track, and Bibbiani is now the champion. John Rocha has not fought for the title in a year and a half, and it was almost 2 years ago when he won the title from Merle. It's been a long time since the Outlaw has gone for the
Been a
singles
long
championship.
time.
And that to me means that
Been a long
John
time
Rocha
coming.
is
You
hungry,
hate
not
me
just
now.
me
He actually
having
used that theme
waffles
at
in the
one
morning.
point.
I'm talking
It's
a
very
hunger
weird.
Yeah.
for gold, glory, and proving to himself and maybe to any naysayers that this is still his arena.
Well, it's funny, though, too, because what did Rocha always say? All the belts, all the records. He's got a chance to make some records here today. If he wins, he'll be the first person to ever win the singles title twice and have won the team titles. He will be the first person ever to win 11 victories inside the Schmoedown. He has a chance, but Bibbiani
11
wants
in the
to do
same
something
division.
that Rocha never did, and that's
Clarify that.
defend the title. So there is so much, and this is the big part of it. The big stakes on the table, obviously the championship. Whoever wins main events, the spectacular. And also, if whoever loses this match, they are knocked out of the league for the year. They are not going to be part of the singles tournament. Nothing.
Yes,
They're out
this
completely.
is
So there's
the-
a lot of stakes on the line
The
here for
unfortunate.
the
This is the
championship,
stinky
spectacular,
part
and
of this match.
potentially out for the season.
Wow, there's a lot riding on this little movie trivia Schmoedown, and that's what this is built to.
Yes, I can't
Christian.
think of
what started as a battle
spectacular without
between
either one of these
interns
guys.
years ago has been built to this type of moment where we.
If Bibbiani doesn't win, can we at least get Bibbiani on the desk for at least one
All right,
match?
let's hear from the
Please.
competitors. We know they had a lot to say about one another. Here we go.
I'm sure they did.
Hey everybody, Bibbs here with my friend Belty. How you doing, Belty? Hello, Bibbs. But seriously, folks, we are here for the long-awaited match of me and John, the in-law Rocha. I kid, of course. We didn't marry into each other's families.
Bibbiani! What did I tell you, big man? It's you and me finally for the belt. You've been asking for it. You've been wanting it. You want my boots? You want my hat? Hell, you want my spurs? You want my guns? You want my gun belt? Come for it all, brother man, because you got what I want, and that's the belt.
People forget that when Rocha won his championship game that he had, I was the one. I was the only one who cared enough to run up and hug that bastard. I cared about him. I respected him. I supported him. Was it reciprocated? Was it? Did anyone notice any reciprocation prosody? No. There was no reciprocation prosody.
You came up and you hugged me the first time I won the belt against Dan. You were the first one to run up. You know why? Because you wanted your share of the spotlight. You wanted to be in the spotlight. You wanted to touch the belt. Well, now you have the belt. And now I'm coming for it. And maybe Dan Murrell will show up to hug me when I beat you, boy.
I'm in a win-win situation here. I'm already in the record books. I've got this belt. They can't take that away from me. So if I beat Rocha today, that means I'm better than Rocha because I defended the belt. And if I lose to Rocha today, that means I'm just as good as Rocha because he's never defended the belt.
I can't lose. Even if I lose, I win. Because you've walked around saying all your stuff, talking all your crap. All the horsemen, when I left the horsemen, I won. Blah, blah, blah. All that crap. Well, son, come prove it. All right? I lead my team. I tried to lead you to the promised land. You jumped. You jumped ranks to get in there.
You know, you can't betray someone if there wasn't a lot of love there. So today, we're going to have to confront each other and our feelings. That love.
Get ready, Bibbiani. Because playtime's over. Musicals, dance numbers, cute costumes. I didn't join the Schmoedown to make friends and entertain people and be a happy-go-lucky guy.
But you did.
I joined the Schmoedown to win championships and put belts on my shoulder. And today, I'm taking care of it again.
Nice promos by both gentlemen.
No shots held back from either. Both want this match. Both want to go to the Spectacular. Both wants to beat the other one to put them out of the league for the year. There is a lot of bad blood between these two. There is a lot to prove between these two, and this is something. Ken, what is the tale of the tape?
The tale of the tape is this for the challenger, John Rocha. His strengths include, well, again, to get here, you have a lot of strengths. But
If you've known John Rocha,
I think currently
that's actually some new stuff. Except for Westerns, we knew Westerns.
He doesn't just wear a cowboy hat because he likes the smell. It's part of his life. He is an expert on Westerns. And for the champion, William the Beast Bibbiani.
Or Thriller. That was the one that I figured was going to be on there.
Thriller, Oscars, directors, and showing up, chewing up the scenery, the Beast of the Schmoedown. He's got the title. That is a strength as well.
All right, so with that, Ken, I'm ready to go. How about yourself?
Oh, sir, I am ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the
Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Listen to that crowd.
5 rounds.
That's a crowd going
Movie
wild.
Trivia Schmoedown Championship of the World. Introducing first, representing the Horsemen with a record of 10 wins, 6 defeats. He is the 2016 Ultimate Schmoedown finalist.
Oh, that's so
Movie
2 years
Trivia
ago.
Schmoedown Team Champion. The former Movie Trivia Schmoedown Singles Champion.
So
and the
1 year
#1
ago.
contender, the Outlaw John Rocha.
There he is, the man in the mask.
Rocha going for his second
The
championship.
man, the General Electric Steam Iron Mask. Ooh, suck it up, ooh, ooh. Ah, Mark Riley entrance. Hello, Mark.
Hats off there. The 5 Horsemen. This is huge. You
See
can
ya,
feel
Mark.
it in the room here, Ken.
Yeah, you absolutely can. And I can just tell from John Rocha's swagger, sizing up even just the picture, this is going to be a titanic
No,
5
that's not a real
round.
person, John.
And his opponent,
Uh-oh.
representing critically acclaimed.
How many entrances is this going to be?
Of 5
3,
wins,
4,
4
10?
defeats, and 1 knockout. He is the 2018 Free-For-All MVP and the reigning, defending, undisputed Movie Trivia Schmoedown Champion of the World, William the Beast Bibbiani.
The champ is truly here.
Is in. And what's he doing? He's waving out
He's
something.
waiting out. What is he? He's always got some kind of
Oh, there's
surprise-
Chance.
Chance?
Ellison. What's
Chance
doing
doing that?
And Janine
Janine?
and Brienne. What is happening? Quiet on the set.
We're doing a Congo line?
I mean, I know Raul. I've met him at a comic convention once. Is he singing a song?
When I kiss your lips.
John's starting his music on.
There's no tenderness
like
before in your fingertips.
This is like
trying hard not to show it.
We have have the rights for this?
Baby,
Baby,
I know it. You've lost that loving feeling. Oh, that loving feeling.
Got a shot of Rocha sitting.
So Ben Fakeman.
Now it's gone.
Rocha's left.
Look, Rocha's sitting and meditating.
Meditates, praying to the God of his choice. I mean, that was quite a performance. I think we should release that as a single for charity.
I'd give that
So,
9 out of 10.
Rocha's
back.
All right, so we're going to set back in, and here are the rules for round number 1 as our competitors get.
The rules are they get lots
So,
of questions
the
right.
rules of round number
I
1 works
might get
like this.
1.
The competitors will get 8 questions. They will write
Did I
their
explain it well
answers
enough?
on the
I think
board.
so.
1 point apiece. 15 seconds to answer the question. 3 JTE rules. 1 challenge. Again, guys, remember you have 15 seconds to answer the question. Okay, so with that,
Hold on.
yes.
Bibbs likes to stand.
Look at Rocha. Look at Rocha going to toe to toe.
Let's do it toe to
Toe
toe.
to toe.
Finally, someone admits it's a good idea.
All right, so
Oh, I
Rocha,
never said that.
all right, Rocha is now standing. Both competitors standing. All right, with that, the challenger, are you ready?
Damn right.
The champion, are you ready?
We are outstanding in our field and ready to go.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Yay!
All right, 5 rounds to a finish, Mr. Harloff. This is going to be a great matchup.
All right, here we go, guys. And question number 1 is in the realm of dramas. Jessica Chastain played astronaut Melissa Lewis in this 2015 film.
Right. I mean, it's so tense. I can't even make a stupid joke.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beast.
The Martian.
Correct. Rocha.
The Martian.
1 point. 1 on.
All right. Question 2 comes in the category of comedies. Comedies. Who plays the title character Viola in the 2006 comedy She's the Man?
This is tense. You're not lying.
No, I don't even want to mess anything up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rocha.
Julia Stiles?
Incorrect.
Amanda Bynes.
That's correct.
Oh.
Bibbiani going up
lead.
by 1.
Oh, that
Yeah,
girl.
yeah.
I had Reese
You get
Witherspoon.
Rocha another marker.
That's
Marker.
usually my
Get a
go-to
marker.
answer
Next
for
question
actress.
here is in the realm of Oscars. Clint Eastwood directed 2 films to a Best Picture win at the Oscars. Unforgiven and which other film? Both are locked in here.
I'm telling you.
5,
the squeak of the pens is the only
4,
thing I'm hearing.
3, 2,
Is it $1 Million Baby?
1. Beast.
$1 Million Baby.
Correct. Rocha.
$1 Million Baby.
Hey, I actually got that.
3, 2. Okay, next
Fourth
So you got an
question
Oscars
comes in the
question.
category of animated. Animated. What is the name of the baby in The Incredibles?
Oh God.
The
I stand.
Incredibles.
Not gonna swear. I'm not gonna do a Rocha.
I mean, ferociously right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rocha.
That's not right.
Jack Jack.
That's correct.
Jack Jack.
Ow,
correct.
that's right.
Bib's
4,
still
3.
perfect. Bib's still
Yep.
perfect.
Next
I had
question.
Boo Boo.
Fantasy sci-fi. Who directed
Yes,
the
that's
science
Baby's Day
fiction
Out. I know
drama
people.
Moon?
Who wrote the science fiction drama Moon? I see a Moon right now. Never heard the movie.
2, 1. Beast.
Duncan Jones.
Yes, sir. Rocha.
Duncan Jones.
Got it.
I obviously know.
Next
All right.
question.
Sixth question comes in the category of action/adventure. Action-adventure. What is the subtitle of the 3rd film in the Terminator franchise? All right, we're digging deep. Digging deep here. Squeak of the pen.
5,
All we
4,
hear.
3,
Subtitle.
2,
T3,
1.
Rise of the
Hands down,
Machines.
And John Rocha.
Rise of the Machines.
That's correct.
Rise of the Machines.
Bibbiani, still
Correct.
perfect.
6-5. Bib still perfect.
Next question. Next question. There you go, guys. Horror thriller. Horror
Yeah.
thriller. Who played Mel Gibson's daughter in Signs?
So I take a sip of my water.
5,
Mel Gibson was in Signs.
3, 2.
Okay.
1. Pens down, Beast.
Abigail Breslin?
That's correct.
That's correct.
Rocha.
Abigail Breslin?
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Bibbiani has
We are
a chance here now.
7-6. 7-6.
Good pull there.
Bibbiani
Because 4 is not
7-6, and we
usually
have a
something
chance. Bibbiani has a chance
John's
for
good
perfect.
at.
Should he hit
Even
this?
though the
If
team
Rocha
match
hits it, he'll
in
still have
Anarchy
7
would
points, but
prove
Bibbiani will have a
otherwise.
chance for the perfect round.
All right, the 8th question is a Patreon question, and the following question is from our patron, Andy Schick. Patreon.com/Schmoedown. Thank you for supporting the show. Andy, the category is... Yes.
Andy, we love you.
The category is crime. Crime. In the final scene of The Godfather Part 2, Vito Corleone's 50th birthday is retconned to coincide with what historical event? Five,
4, 3,
No
2,
clue.
1. Pens down, and Rocha.
Attack on Pearl Harbor.
Correct. Beast.
Flat out didn't know it.
Didn't
He did
have
not
it.
get
Oh.
a perfect. He did not get a perfect. Tie game.
7-7. Bibbiani almost had the perfect, but Rocha coming back and ties the game.
I'm so nervous.
What a
I
first
couldn't
round.
even read that question almost, Christian. It was so the nerves are even getting us up here, and that's exactly what you want out of the first round of a title fight as we go to the
Now, I don't think we heard
missed
anything
one.
about
Bibbiani missed one. It is a tie
where
game in
anybody's
round
Patreon
number
stuff
2.
was
Here we go, the wheel
once we
round,
got
and
to
it
this
works like
match.
this. The competitors will spin the
had
wheel.
animated
The champion has
already,
chosen to take
and
opponents
that was a
spin
while
toys
back,
off
so
of the wheel. It is not
the next
on
time
the wheel,
animated pops
so
up, that's
is not
probably
an option.
it.
So if you land on a slice you do not like, you can spin again. Each question,
find out what
2
they
points,
are.
unless you go multiple choice, then it's 1
We've also
point.
got
Both
musicals
competitors
on the
have all their
horizon
JTE
later
rules
on,
left.
but
Both competitors
pretty
have
sure I
their
did
challenges.
animated first, so
Bibbiani, you are the
animated would be the
champion. It
first
is
one.
tied. Would you like to go first or second?
I will let Rocha go first.
Rocha,
right.
spin from the wheel, not the
Okay.
peg, please.
That's what today's match is sponsored by Jake Burnham. Jake Burnham.
All right, John Rocha. Looking to hit here, looking to hit. You know he's looking for westerns or biopics if it's on the wheel. I don't know if it is, but if
I didn't see
Animated
it.
is on there.
Maybe biopics not, but he's coming.
All right.
Spy movies, Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore
He doesn't want it.
doesn't want it.
He's getting
Yeah,
away
animated
from
is on
Barrymore.
there,
He's
but
very talented, though.
Yeah.
there's no mention of it, so
Now he's looking,
I'm going to
you know he's
assume that
looking
it
for
was
those
just put on
westerns.
there.
Yeah.
He wants to score big here against Bibbiani because Bibbiani is pretty good in that second round.
Right, he is. All right, we're coming down here. I do want to point out, Christian, Jake Burnham is the sponsor for this round. His categories are musicals and Sly and Arnie.
90s.
Thank
All right.
you, Jake, for that.
90s movies for John Rocha. All right, 90s
90s.
movies.
They're not quite new
90s
releases.
Movies. All right, here we go. 4 questions in 90s.
Not a good category.
John, which actress plays the lead opposite Kevin Costner in Dances with Wolves?
Mary McDonald.
For 2 points. Correct.
Points.
Who starred as Julie Pierce, Mr. Miyagi's new pupil in the next Karate
Hilary
Kid?
Swank.
Hilary Swank.
All right, that's correct.
2 points.
In the 1998 animated film Ants, the colony is attacked by an army of what
Grasshoppers.
creature?
Grasshoppers.
Incorrect.
Oh.
With steel.
Ants. Attacked by an army of
5.
bees?
It's incorrect. Looking for termites.
Oh,
All right, Rocha, your final question here.
I'm
In the
thinking of A Bug's
1999
Life.
version of The Mummy, what is the first name of Brendan Fraser's character?
Oh, multiple choice.
Is it A, Nick, B, Henry, C, John, or D, Rick?
John.
I don't know.
5, 4.
Rick?
That's correct for 1 point. 5
1
point
point.
difference here. So
Wow.
Bibbiani goes, and Rocha missed that one question. Had to go to multiple choice once. Decent round in 90s, and now Bibbiani is hitting that wheel. Spin from the wheel, not the peg here, Beast.
Right. I do want to run, Christian. There, we do have a wheel slice animated. It's if it gets selected, I'll announce who the Patreon sponsor is.
Oh, you did
for
say
this
animated,
big
so I think it is
title
mine.
Match.
If
Animated
Bibbiani
is
gets
in
it.
play as well.
Bibbiani's got a lot.
So animated is
of
mine.
that for sure. But
He
the
does.
question is,
It's not going to hit that
what
time.
is he going to stick with? Oh, sports is not something he wants. Oh, but he does want horror. He does
Yep,
want horror.
and
He definitely
going
wants
to
Goodbye,
horror.
my animated
Horror is the
wedge.
strength of Bibbiani. That is
Better
a
luck
big,
next year,
big
me.
category there.
It is.
For sure.
It is. All right, there. 4
Yeah, that was the
questions coming
win-win
down the
situation for
line
Bibbs.
for ya.
Had a feeling that was the
Bibbiani.
wedge that
All
he
right,
would
first
pick
In
for his strength.
Zombieland, what is Columbus's first rule of Zombieland?
First one.
5,
Multiple choice.
A. Cardio. B. Never be a hero. C. Seatbelts. D. Enjoy the little things.
Cardio.
That's correct for a point.
Thank
Second
you.
question. In 1982's The Thing, who plays the Outpost's resident biologist, Blair, who grows paranoid that the creature could assimilate all life on Earth?
Oh, Wilford Brimley.
That's correct for 2 points.
That's correct.
All right. Your third out of 4 questions. 3 friends get trapped inside the house of a blind, retired Army Special Forces veteran played by Stephen Lang in what film?
Don't Breathe.
That's correct for 2 points. Final one coming in here. Final one coming in. All right. We've got, final question is, in A Quiet Place, where does John Krasinski take his son that is the only place that can make noise without being detected?
A waterfall.
That's
2
correct
points.
for 2
So
points.
that's it. So Bibbiani has a 2-point lead here going into round number 3, which is the betting
Oh,
round.
yeah.
Betting
that's
round.
right.
So Bibbiani has all
My
his
wedge
JTE
could get
rules,
spun one
Rocha
more
has all his
time,
JTE
but
rules. Challenges
that
are
ain't
on
happening.
the table, and round number 3 is going to work like this. The champion will spin the wheel, and whatever it
I forgot I
lands
got one
on,
more
the
chance to be
competitors
redeemed.
will bet on the question. They can choose anywhere
Which, for all I
from
know, it's
0
probably
to
still not
3
mine. Maybe
points.
someone else picked animated,
All right,
but
guys.
I'm gonna
Bibbiani,
guess
please
it's
spin.
mine.
There's the spin. Spins in, as you like to say.
Spin is in, sir. Spin is in.
It'll probably be musicals.
And what is it going to land on, Ken? We're going to
Round
find
and
out in a
round
second
it
here.
goes. Where it
Who
stops,
will
I
it be
don't
the
think
advantage?
anyone knows.
Who will the
Nope, there
advantage
it
go
goes.
to? It comes around. It's coming around. Look at this. Sly
Sly
and
and
Arnie.
Ooh.
Sly and Arnie. So how many points?
What is
will
Rocky
they
5?
Putting that on.
Ah!
Write your points down. Please show them to RB3.
All
Okay.
right, we've got them in. We've
All
got
right.
them in. We know what the bets are.
Here we
Christian.
go, guys. In Over the Top, what does Stallone's character do before every arm wrestling match? That is one of the easiest questions I've ever seen.
Yeah. They're gonna. Hey,
5,
it's the way the Patreon
4,
slice crumbles.
3, 2, 1. Bibbs, how many points?
2 points.
And
Meditate.
Rogue, how many points?
2 points. Turn his cap around.
That's correct. That is correct. 16, excuse me, 14-12 now, right?
14-12. 2 points
14-12. Bibbiani
for
lost
Bibbiani.
2. Rocha goes up by 2 after that because of that match. Wow, Rocha, I didn't think either one of them had it. Bibbiani didn't have it. Rocha hit it. That was huge.
Tie
Wow.
game,
All right,
sir.
so now we're going to get to the 4th round, which is the speed round.
Yay!
Speed round. All right, here we go, guys. So the speed round, the buzzers are going to come into play. The way this will work is the competitor that buzzes in first has 2 seconds to answer the question. Worth 1 point apiece if you get it. If you lose it, you lose a point. All right, guys. Bibbiani, are you ready?
Yeah.
Rocha, are you ready? Yes. All right, then here we go. In The Wizard of Oz, who was the first of the 3 companions?
Scarecrow.
That's
Correct. I
Point.
didn't finish the question, but that's correct. That Dorothy met on her journey to meet the wizard. All right, next question.
Thank you.
What was the nickname children called Sam Jackson's Elijah Price in the movie Unbreakable?
Mr. Glass.
That is correct.
For a point. Tie
Next
game.
question.
Couldn't hear that one, so just I couldn't hear that one.
Okay, here you go. Ben Stiller, Robin Williams, and Dick Van Dyke star in what 2006 Rocha?
Not at the museum.
Correct.
Correct for a point.
Name the movie from the following characters: Jim, Bart, Taggart, Lil Von Schutt.
Blazing Saddles.
Correct.
Final one.
And your final question here, guys. How many Karate Kid movies featured Pat Morita as...
4.
That's correct.
That is correct.
That's correct. So Bibbiani, 16-15. Bibbiani having an incredible speed round.
But I'll tell you what, though, John got a point, and no one lost any
No.
points there. That's key.
This
So
is only
it's
a 1
it's a
point,
1 point game.
1 point battle going into the 5th and final round, the championship
This
round.
is it.
All right. So,
That's enthusiasm. Thank you, everybody.
Fifth round is going to work as such. The competitors are going to pick 3 numbers.
Of course, a
from
lot of them were
1
singing with
to
Bibbiani, so they're
20.
all siding with the
First one
champ.
worth 2 points.
A little bit of a
Second one,
biased crowd.
And the third one worth 5 points. All right. Both have all their JTE rules. Both have their challenges. Bibbiani, you are 1 point lead ahead. What do you got?
10, 20, and 8.
10, 20, and 8 for the champion. The challenger.
6, 12, and 14.
6, 12, 14. John Rocha will go first here. 6, 12, and 14. 6 is the first one on the table end. All right, John. 6. 90s movies. 90s movies. Which actor becomes embroiled in a nightmarish friendship
Matthew
with
Broderick.
Jim Carrey in 1996's The Cable Guy?
Ben Stiller.
It's incorrect. Correct. Matthew Broderick. So John Rocha missed that one, so now he's got to hit
I was
his
just
3.
talking about the Cable Guy today with somebody at work.
And that is category 12. Classics. Classics. What legendary director of such classics as The Maltese Falcon and Key Largo also directed the 1982 adaptation of Annie?
Bibbs knows it. I saw the hand.
5.
John Huston.
Correct for 3 points. All right, so now we bounce to Bibbiani. Bibbiani now goes for category number 10.
Number 10, Christian, is comedy.
Yep.
Comedy. 2-point question for you, champ. In The Blues Brothers, why do Jake and Elwood need to
Save the
raise
orphanage.
$5,000 in 11 days?
They're trying to save their old orphanage.
That is correct for
Tie
2
game.
points.
All right,
Tie
so
game.
Well, the
Now,
better question would be
Bibbs
how
has a
much
chance
money
to
did
go
they
up
have to
here.
raise?
All right, you
Because
chose
many people think
number
it's $10,000
20, Mr. Bibbiani,
because that's how
and
much
that
money they
is
got
the
in
category of
the
Kate
concert.
Blanchett. Kate Blanchett. What is the name of the demonic creature that ultimately defeats Hela in Thor Ragnarok?
Oh,
Shooter.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
What is the name of the demonic creature that ultimately defeats Hela in
Is it
Thor
Shooter or
Ragnarok?
Souter?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Curse.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
Looking for Searcher.
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 All right,
Searcher.
So now we go
Searcher.
to
Searcher.
So John Rocha. John Rocha will have a chance to hit his 5, and if he hits it, it'll bounce back to Bibbiani.
Oh, he doesn't do his 5 next.
You do your 5
Okay,
first.
okay.
You do your 5 first. So John Rocha will hit the 5, and if he misses it, bounce back to Bibbiani with a chance to win. And here we go. So Rocha has category number 14, Jodie Foster.
Oh.
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster starred opposite Chow Yun-fat in this 1999 historical drama.
Oh. Anna and the King.
5 points for Rocha. So here we go.
Here we go.
Bibbiani hits it. We go to sudden death. If he misses it, John Rocha is the new champion. And we go with category number 8 for Bibbiani.
All right. All right. All right. Bibbiani, your 5-point question. You chose number 8. The category is spy movies. Okay. Spy movies. 5 points. In The Man from U.N.C.L.E., who plays the villainous Victoria Vinciguerra?
I can see her too.
No.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Rosamund Pike.
And your winner, and the new movie trivia Schmoedown champion once again, the Outlaw.
Unfortunately, my thought process proved correctly based on what I saw earlier. I'm gonna have the hat flew off again. I'm gonna get into that because I have some thoughts about that.
He had it, and Rocha has taken the championship. He's done it. He is a 2-time champion.
Wow.
Going to the spectacular, and my God, what a battle that was. Back and forth we went. Round 1, round 2, round 3, 4, and 5 was crazy. That was one of the best championship matches I've ever seen.
Look, you know me. I like to come here, make my stupid jokes, talk about eating tacos. I couldn't even think about that today. The tension was so palpable from the set. These two competitors coming here, concentrating. This is what the game is all about, Christian. And to see it, I mean, 23-18 is relatively low scoring for a 5-round game. They were going at, but not a lot of missed.
We've seen a lot
just
worse.
This intense, even battle. And
it looks like the champion has something to say.
Yo, Lindley!
I did it! Calling out to his lady. Calling out to his lady. He has done it. He has won the championship for a second time, and he's going to the Spectacular now, and he did it. I can't believe it because Bibbiani played great.
Bibbiani played great. And I think he had that answer on the tip of his tongue at the end there. I think if hindsight's 20/20, maybe a JT rules something to gather himself, but that's what it is. You either know it or you don't in that moment. And hats off to him as a champion, climbing to that point from where his career kind of started, Christian, to becoming the champion. That is something no one's ever going to take away from him. But then Rocha back in the saddle again.
Rocha, that's the story right now. The Outlaw is on top of the heap. Once again, he is the champion. He will be playing the winner of the singles tournament at the Spectacular in the main event. The champion is John Rocha, but William Bibbiani, that is a great championship match. He has nothing to hang his head about that. It was a great match he played. Unbelievably played well. I'm proud of both of these guys because that was, as a fan of this game, watching them go back and forth. That's got to be match of the year so far for me anyway. I love that match.
I loved it too, man. I'm almost speechless, which you know.
I know.
I'm
not
a
easy.
bag of hot air.
That's not easy. Well, Jen Sturgeon's going to have a lot of questions for both these guys. But again, guys, round of applause for an amazing match here. William the Beast Bibbiani and the new movie trivia Schmoedown champion, the Outlaw, John Rocha. Here we go.
What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with your new singles champion, the Outlaw.
Everybody thinks they're Flair.
How does it feel to have that belt back on your shoulder?
It feels great. A sense of relief. You know, it's been a year and a half since I had it. I lost it to my man here on my first title defense, and it's been a long road back. A lot of people question me. A lot of people saying, why is he still in the league? He's old news. He's a dinosaur. He's a relic. But all I do is put my head down and keep winning. And that's what I did to win this belt. And, I faced a great competitor today, a great competitor.
Absolutely. You and Bibbiani may have just put on the match of the year.
Oh.
It was just pound for pound going at each other the entire time out there. When you hit that betting round question, the Sly Arnie, how excited were you?
I was excited. As you saw my reaction, I reacted strongly, but then you got to keep it all in. The thing is, when you play these 5-round matches, you can't get too high, you can't get too low. When I beat Dan
the room
Murrow,
felt like the momentum shift.
Yeah. Well, they did. I was just like, okay, I got another round to go and another round after that, or another round after this one. So that's the way it goes. You got to keep it. So when I played Dan Murrow and I beat Dan, that's the way I held it together through the whole thing. You know, I've got this new regimen now where I focus, I meditate, I listen to music, puts me in the right mindset to walk into battle, and it served me well against those team action guys, and it served me well today against Wayne Bibbiani.
And then going into the final round, you had some great pulls. And I could just tell, like, you could just taste it at the very end.
I could, but I almost lost it there by answering too quickly. You know, that happens in this game, and no matter how much you focus and you dial in, you can still make those mistakes, and that's the thing I'm going to have to correct for when I defend the belt soon coming up here.
After everything that you've been through this year,
Yeah.
including your recent loss in the team tournament,
Yeah.
how does this change things?
Well, listen, people need to understand something. First of all, I want to apologize to all the fans who were embarrassed by my reaction. I was just as embarrassed as you were. But my heart is in this game. I love this game. This isn't just a play thing for me. I give my heart, I focus, I concentrate, I study. I spend hours studying movie trivia so I can show up and give you a damn good match because you fans deserve it. And I hope you feel you got your money's worth in this match. That's what I do. That's from my heart. People make fun of me. I don't care. I love it that much. My man Riley sits next to me in the office. He knows. We're both dialed in when we talk about the movie trivia Schmoedown.
And now you get to sit back and you get to watch the singles tournament unfold.
I do. I'm looking forward to it. Some great competitors in this tournament.
Are there any in particular that you're wanting to face?
Well, I would love to face my man one more time, but he's not in the tournament from what I understand. So I'll say.
Taking it off.
Yeah, and you deserve it. You're focusing on the tag team.
There it is.
Dan Murrow, you're the greatest of all time, my friend, and I love you to pieces. I would love to go toe-to-toe with you one more time, buddy. horseman to horseman, friend to friend, champ to champ. I owe you for that last loss, that triple threat loss. So, baby, I'd love to see you. But anybody who comes out of this tournament, because it's chock full of incredible competitors, I'll be happy to play them. Oh, and a new boy, Chance, Mr. Overrated. They should stop calling that because you ain't that, son. You brought it in our tag team match. But I owe you a whooping, boy. So you take care of business. And I'm going to take care of that Arizona butt. I'm going to show you some heat you never felt in Arizona, son. So you come bring it. You better show up every match. You better show up. I want to see you, young blood. I want to see you.
It's dry heat, John. It's dry heat.
Dry heat? Is that what they say?
But congratulations again. And what are you having for Champs Lunch?
Well, we're going to figure that out afterwards. But I want to say one thing before we wrap up here. William Bibbiani, you got nothing to hang your head about, my friend. You played a hell of a match. You are the beast for a reason. I've never trained for anyone harder than I trained for you. My weekends were gone because I focused on training for you, my friend. And thank God I had people around me who wanted to help me train. And so, Bibbiani, this is what I'm going to tell you, brother. You're a good champion. I hope I see you again down the road in the ring. You don't get to kiss my boots this time, brother, and I get to keep my hat, so.
So, Bibbs, in the end, there can only be one man left standing, unfortunately.
Or woman, but in this case, it was 2 dudes. Yeah, it's Rocha.
Oh,
it's Rocha this time.
You put on a hell of a match out there today, sir.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate everything you do here. You're really great, so thank you.
This isn't about me.
It is, though. You're here every single week, and you're really fantastic. And I really appreciate the work everyone does on the show. I want to thank everyone who came out for my intro today. I'm not sure John thought it was as funny as I did, but, you know, it's fine. Hopefully people enjoyed it. Yeah, this was a good match. I feel really, really good about this match.
You may have just put on the match of the year.
I don't know if that's true. I mean, God, Mara and Rachel and Draco and Irwin, those are some incredible matches too. But I do feel good about this match. I think, it was toe-to-toe the entire time. It came down to just basically one question. And that's fine. I forgot Elizabeth Debicki's name. Elizabeth Debicki, if you're watching, and I'm sure you are.
Why wouldn't she be?
I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you somehow. But yeah, I feel good. I even got to prove myself in the speed round, which
I
was
was
my real
just
weakness
gonna
last
say,
time. Yeah.
you know where I thought you really shone today was the speed round, and I think that that's something that people don't give you enough credit for, and that we've always thought maybe that was an area you could have improved on. You came out and absolutely dominated out there today.
There's only one person. That's not true. Actually, I owe a bunch of people for that. A lot of people helped me train. My wife Michelle helped me train for that. Also, Mara Kanopik helped me train for that. I want to thank Mara Kanopik for that. So yeah, I worked at it, and yeah, I'm glad it worked out. It's a shame it didn't work out a little better, but yeah, no, this is fine. I'm a little bummed I don't get to play anymore for the rest of the year. But you have not seen the last of me. I will be bugging Thad, Christian, Kalinowski, whoever's actually in charge. I literally don't know anymore.
None of us do.
I'll be bugging them to announce as often as I can. And I'm going to say this right now. I am offering my services to literally any competitor. Doesn't matter if we've had a beef in the past. Doesn't matter if we don't know each other. Feel free to contact me. I will be your freelance entrance consultant. I am sick and tired of the boring entrances. I will help literally anyone, literally any-time to help improve the show on that level and make everyone's entrance marvelous.
You and Brienne could literally start a business.
Look, Brienne is welcome to join me on this. She is a genius at it as well. She's one of the best. That can be a thing. I'm happy to do that. Literally anybody, just let me know.
I got to ask you one more question.
Yeah.
Does this mean that we can finally put the feud between you and Rocha to rest?
What feud? We're done. It was ridiculous in the first place. I kind of just wanted to leave.
So much shouting.
Ricky was just in my ear like Grima Wormtongue, just like, oh, what if you betrayed him? And I'm just like, I don't know, sure, I don't know. I'm really tired, and he just got me at a bad day. So listen, the feud is over. It was fun while it lasted, but yeah, I'm good. I don't care anymore. I'm looking forward to the next feud. I'm sure there's going to be another one. It's the Schmoedown. Hey, who wants to start some shit? Anybody? Anybody want to start some shit?
Anyone? Christian?
Get over here!
Who the fuck was that?
That is, but I'll feud with you, sir. That's great.
Back to you guys.
So look, Bibbiani, humble in defeat,
I accept your challenge.
And I thought very classy in his interview as well, talking about it. I mean, you can't can't take anything away from him. That was an incredible. That was one of Bibbiani's best performances. Don't even worry about the loss. It was one of his best performances ever. Showed he can hang in that speed round. Everything. Yep. And then the Outlaw looking for the winner of that singles tournament. He doesn't care who it is. He just wants to play. Obviously, he would love to play his former rival and now teammate Dan Murrell. He's looking at the kid in Chance Ellison. He's looking at any of these people that are out there. He wants to play.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's a new and old John Rocha. John Rocha's always going to be stuff he's passionate, but there's a new, like, purpose and peace in John's eyes. You know, the other day he gave me Butterfingers for breakfast. He's never done anything nice to me. He's got something bubbling up inside him that is new and different, and I can see it in his eyes.
Give me anything like that.
And the new Rocha
he never give me.
Well, I mean, look a couple of days ago in that heartbreaking loss that he had inside the team tournament.
Cap, Raisinette, Goober, Smarties, Sweet Talk, Payday, Lemonhead, Akamite, now a later, good and
inspired him to get out there and play, and he did. It did look like the Rocha of old, because this game can beat you down a little bit too. Yep. He's been playing for a long time. He has just broken 2 records. He is the first person to ever win the team championship and the singles championship twice. He is also the first person in the history of the movie Trivia Schmoedown to win 11 matches. He has done a lot here. So
singles
far.
matches.
Now he is also going to be the only competitor.
Art Riley's won 11 matches.
3 years in a row.
It's singles.
That
singles
is something
matches.
special. The Outlaw is the champion again. And Ken, I'm glad we got to witness it.
I am absolutely honored that I got to witness with you here today. A tense match, a lot of fun though. That's why we show up here and play.
All right, guys, so make sure, obviously, tweet at both of these guys and let them know how incredible. Show them your support. Let them know how amazing they put their blood, their sweat, and their tears out here for you guys. And please let them know it. Comment, like the match. If you really like this thing, keep on helping us grow. Go to the Patreon, patreon.com/Schmoedown. Become a member. Get one of those tiers. Thank you so much.
Patreon. I will get to that in a second.
I'm Christian Harloff. We'll see you at the Spectacular. We'll see you all. We have so many more matches. The singles tournament's coming up. The team tournament's still going on. Lots of stuff. One more time for Bibbiani and the new Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, John Rocha. Thanks for checking.
Thank you, Ken and Christian. Still no Frankie Stats Janich. I guess he's taking the rest of the year off. So yeah. Ultimately, I was just hoping for a good match. I think they definitely surpassed that. It was absolutely a thrill. Even though I had a feeling what was going to happen, did happen. It was still a great match, and I was still very entertained. But now I need to go back and explain why I thought Rocha had won. And this isn't anybody's fault. I mean, obviously, they did what they needed to do to address fans on the Patreon page. But obviously, as many people know, I'm a Patreon supporter. I think my Patreon wedge was used for the match, as I was saying during the duration of it. But on the Patreon page, yesterday or Thursday night, depending on when you see this, it will probably be 2 nights ago. There was a post that was given involving the monthly Patreon match that gets posted a week in advance before the YouTube release. They brought up the fact that that match was going to be released after the title match because there was going to be quote-unquote big spoilers that were going to take place in that match. So they told everybody, do not watch that match until you watch the title match. And unfortunately, because of who was in that match, being Janine the Machine and more importantly Ben Bateman, the light bulb kind of went off in my head that John had probably won this match because, number one, the fact that they released the match after the title match was kind of weird because that's something they'd never done before. So it was, if they had released the match before the title match and like Bibbiani shows up with the title or anything, that, you know, nobody would think anything of that. Like, it wouldn't look like a spoiler or anything. So it was like, okay, well, the only thing that would feel like a spoiler that would be very, very clear that it's a spoiler is like if Rocha shows up during a Ben Bateman promo or interview with the belt. Like, to me, that was like the only thing that made sense. And again, I understand that they had to, make sure that people knew, like don't watch that match because there's spoilers. This is one of those cases, though, I wish they would have waited 24 hours, especially during this time of year. Like, every match that's taking place in the league has big importance in terms of storyline and league relevance. So maybe going forward, just maybe a suggestion. I'm kind of hoping that they hold off any like monthly Patreon exclusive match. I'm hoping that they wait 24 hours, like allow everybody to watch the match instead of saying like, hey, we're posting the match immediately after like whatever match. This Patreon match contains spoilers to previous match, so do not watch Patreon match before a YouTube release match. If they just release it like 24 hours after the YouTube match, it gives people plenty of time to watch the YouTube release beforehand. And obviously, especially, again, as I stated, especially during this time of year where every match that's a league match is importance in terms of storyline and, feuds and all that. Anything that is out of order in terms of continuity can be drastically messing up our heads in terms of what's going on. So yeah, it was one of those unfortunate things where as soon as they told everybody, like, big spoilers in this Patreon match, which, of course, by the time I'm done reacting to this, the match is going to be up, and so I can find out what that spoiler is, but I was going in expecting that was probably the thing, and I was even going to comment that when that post was dropped, but I thought better of it. I didn't want to say something like that because obviously I didn't want other people to start getting that idea as well. So it's probably for the better that I kept, that to myself. But ultimately, my theory did prove correct. So yeah, maybe something that they might think about in the future. Just if the monthly Patreon matches, especially matches this time of year, when they're all important, very important, not just important, but very important, because most of them are probably going to be title match or tournament matches now. Maybe they hold off on them until Saturday. That's when they usually release the exhibition matches. That's when they released Harloff versus Ellis. They released that on a Saturday, so maybe they could start doing that for all of them. Maybe it's just a suggestion to throw out, especially with continuity issues may be cropping up more and more this time of year. Maybe it's just something that they could think about. But again, it was nobody's fault. Obviously, they did what they had to do. They had to tell people don't watch that match. It's just for someone like me that really, looks at this stuff very, very, closely. It was kind of something that tipped me off. And unfortunately, my theory was proven correctly. It was still a great match, though. I mean, I loved the match. It was a absolutely phenomenal match, and it did not hurt the overall entertainment of the match. But ultimately, yeah, the winner did not come as a surprise to me, based on what I had read and based on when they had dropped the previous match. So, congratulations to the Outlaw, two-time singles champion. Depending on who he plays at the Spectacular now, is going to be very interesting. There's a lot of interesting matchups that can come based on who wins the tournament. And ultimately, really looking forward to a jam-packed Spectacular. The winningest singles player in single Schmoedown history is now the champion, and he's going to be represented in the title match main event. So really looking forward to that. So that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Always watch their content first. It is the right thing to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe to their content and to mine as well if you choose. Follow me on Twitter at WWEJTH1. I post every single one of my reactions to that page. Join the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown Twitter page at the Schmoedown, and join the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page and talk to people, to fans, competitors, Christian Harloff himself. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm going to be taking part in the next edition of Schmoedown Trivia Schmoedown. That match, depending on when you see this, if this ends up dropping on Saturday, that match will drop later today. at 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. I'll be teaming up with Brad Thomas of Schmoedown Central. We'll be taking on Tyler Myers and Tim Sim of Team Master Post. Make sure you check out that match. Unfortunately, I was never informed that Chris Stolitsky was unfortunately not able to make that triple threat match, so it's now just Abe Flores versus Matt Kearns. I wish I was told that ahead of time. You had plenty of time to tell me, Chris. So I look like a fool now. I've been hyping up a match that's not going to happen, so now I look dumb. Thanks, guys. But that being said, that's going to do it for JTH Reacts. Until next time, I will see you on Tuesday, where I believe the tournament matches will start with the big gauntlet preview stuff that's going to start. I will see you then. Until then, this is JTH. Thank you for watching, and I bid you adieu.